My child, stop right now and listen to me. I have been waiting for you. Not just for a minute, not just for a day, but for so long. If you are seeing this right now, it is not by accident. You did not stumble here by chance. I guided you. I drew you. I arranged this moment long before you ever realized you would need it. Please do not scroll away. Do not turn your eyes from this. Open this and make my heart smile. I am asking you gently, but I am also asking you urgently. Do it now. I am speaking to you as the one who formed you, who has loved you before you ever knew my name. There are no accidents in my kingdom. Nothing slips through my hands unnoticed. The fact that your eyes are reading these words at this exact second means something. I planned this. I prepared this. I waited for this moment when your heart would be soft enough to hear me clearly. You may think this is random, but I tell you the truth, this is divine timing. For so long, I have watched you walk through days filled with noise and distraction. I have seen you carry burdens you were never meant to carry alone. I have seen you smile in public while feeling empty in private. I have heard your quiet sighs. I have felt the ache in your spirit when you wondered if I was close. I was always close. Closer than your breath. Closer than your thoughts. But I have been waiting for you to open the door fully. My child, when I say open it, I am not speaking about something outside of you. I am speaking about your heart. There is a place inside you that you have kept closed. Not because you do not love me, but because you are afraid. Afraid of being disappointed again. Afraid of surrendering control. Afraid that if you give me everything, you might lose something you think you need. I understand your fear. I see it clearly. But I am not asking to take from you. I am asking to give to you. I have been waiting so long for this moment. Waiting for you to pause. Waiting for you to listen. Waiting for you to stop running from the very love that would heal you. Do you know how much it means to me when you turn toward me willingly? When you whisper my name not out of habit but out of hunger? Heaven rejoices when you lean in. You have searched for peace in many places. You have tried to fill the quiet with noise. You have tried to fill the ache with activity. But the emptiness you feel is not meant to be filled by the world. It is meant to be filled by me. That is why I am asking you now. Open it. Open your heart. Open your defenses. Open the parts you have hidden even from yourself. Do not make me wait any longer, my beloved. Not because I am impatient, but because I know what you are missing by delaying. Every day you hesitate is another day you carry weight I am ready to lift. Every moment you hold back is another moment you remain outside the fullness I prepared for you. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed in you. I am longing for you. There is a difference. My heart does not close when you struggle. It stays open. My love does not fade when you doubt. It remains steady. But I desire closeness. I desire honesty. I desire the simple act of you saying, "Here I am." When you open your heart to me fully, healing begins immediately. Not always loudly, not always dramatically, but deeply. Chains that have wrapped around your thoughts begin to loosen. Old wounds that you have ignored begin to mend. Shame that you have carried quietly begins to dissolve. This is what I have been waiting to do. The delay you experienced was not because I forgot you. It was because I was preparing both you and the blessing. I do not rush sacred things. I do not force doors open before you are ready to walk through them. But now, something inside you is ready. That is why these words feel different. That is why you feel a tug inside your chest. That is why you sense that this is personal. Do not ignore that feeling. That is my spirit drawing you closer. That is my voice whispering, "This is your moment." I have been patient. I have been gentle. But now I am calling you clearly. Open it. Let me in deeper. Let me rearrange what has been chaotic. Let me heal what had been hurt you. Let me restore what you thought was lost. You may not realize this, but when you respond to me, it makes my heart rejoice. I am not distant or cold. I am relational. I delight in you. I smile when you trust me. I rejoice when you choose me. Your obedience is not about rules. It is about relationship. It is about closeness. It is about love returned. If you are seeing this right now, it is because the moment has come. I have waited long enough. You have waited long enough. The door is in front of you. Your heart knows it. Please do not close this. Do not walk away. Do not postpone what could begin right now. Comment, Father, you carried my burdens if he's lifted what you couldn't bear. Open it, my child, and watch what happens next. My child, listen to me slowly and carefully now. This moment is not an accident. You are not here by chance. You did not simply scroll at the right time or click at the right second without purpose. I am not a God of coincidence. I am a God of divine timing. Every second that exists moves under my authority. Every moment unfolds under my watchful eye. And this exact second, the one you are living in right now, was arranged by me long before you realized you would need it. You may think life is a series of random events. You may believe that you stumbled into this message because of curiosity or routine. But I tell you the truth, nothing in my kingdom is random. Nothing drifts without direction. Nothing appears without intention. I guide steps even when the person walking does not see my hand. I stir hearts even when they do not recognize my voice. I open eyes at the precise time they are ready to see. Before this day began, I knew you would be here. Before this hour struck, I had already aligned it. I saw the weight you were carrying. I saw the questions forming in your heart. I saw the quiet thoughts you did not share with anyone. And I said, now is the moment. Not yesterday. Not next week. Now, divine timing is not rushed, and it is not delayed. It is exact. It is precise. It unfolds at the perfect intersection between your readiness and my purpose. There were moments in the past when you were not prepared to hear what I am speaking now. Your heart was distracted. Your spirit was overwhelmed. Your mind was too crowded. But now, something inside you is softer. Something inside you is listening. That is not by accident. That is alignment. You have asked me for clarity. You have asked me for direction. You have asked me for confirmation that I am near. And I answer you through moments like this. I do not always thunder from the sky. I often whisper through what seems ordinary. But when my spirit moves, even the ordinary becomes sacred. Nothing in my kingdom happens without purpose. The people you meet are not random. The doors that close are not careless. The delays you experience are not mistakes. The nudges you feel are not imagination. I orchestrate details you cannot see. I weave circumstances together in ways your mind could never fully trace. While you see pieces, I see the whole picture. While you see fragments, I see the finished design. You were led here intentionally. I guided your steps gently. Perhaps you felt a pull. Perhaps you felt a pause. Perhaps something told you to stop instead of moving on. That was me. I do not force. I invite. I draw. I lead quietly but clearly. And you responded. That response matters. Haven't arranged this exact second. Do you understand what that means? It means that beyond what your eyes can see, there is movement. There is order. There is divine planning. The angels who serve me do not move randomly. They move according to my command. The seasons of your life do not change by accident. They shift when I decree it. And this is a decreed moment. You may feel small. You may think your life is just one among billions. But in my sight, you are not lost in a crowd. You are known personally. I know your name. I know your history. I know your fears. I know your desires. And because I know you, I know exactly when to speak to you. If this were coincidence, it would feel empty. But this feels different, does it not? There is a stirring. There is a sense that this is personal. That is because it is. I am speaking to you directly. I am interrupting your routine intentionally. I am breaking through the noise deliberately. You must understand this truth deeply. I do not waste divine appointments. When I arrange a moment, it carries weight. When I align timing, it carries purpose. This is not casual. This is not light. This is sacred. There were other times in your life when I tried to get your attention, but you were not ready. Not because you were bad, not because you did not love me, but because your focus was elsewhere. Your heart was guarded. Your trust was wounded. But now you are at a place where you are willing to listen more closely. That is why this moment has arrived. Divine timing also means protection. There were things you wanted earlier that I did not allow. You thought I was silent. You thought I was distant. But I was protecting you from outcome you were not prepared to carry. If I had answered certain prayers immediately, you would have stepped into weight that would have crushed you. So I waited. And in the waiting, I shaped you. Now the shaping has brought you here. And here is not random. Here is intentional. Here is arranged. Here is aligned. My child, when heaven arranges a moment, it is because something is about to shift. It may begin inside you before it appears around you. But it will begin. This second is a doorway, a crossing point, a quiet but powerful turning. Do not dismiss it as small. Some of the greatest changes in your life begin quietly. They begin with a simple yes. They begin with a soft surrender. They begin with a willingness to stay and listen instead of rushing away. If you are reading this right now, it is because I have drawn you into a holy pause. I have slowed your steps. I have stilled your scrolling. I have created space in your awareness. That space is not accidental. It is sacred. Nothing is random in my kingdom. Not this second. Not this message. Not you. Please support our channel. Our work is devoted to bringing happiness into your life and strengthening your devotion to God. If you would like to support us, you can donate through Super Thanks. Heaven has arranged this exact moment because I desire to speak to you clearly. I desire to move in you deeply. I desire to guide you forward intentionally. Stay here with me. Do not treat this as coincidence. Receive it as calling. This is not an accident. This is divine timing. My child, I need you to hear my heart in this moment. I have been waiting for you. Not waiting with anger. Not waiting with disappointment. But waiting with longing. Waiting with love that has never weakened, never faded, never turned away. I have watched you move through your days, carrying burdens, chasing responsibilities, trying to survive what felt heavy. And all the while, I have been standing near, whispering gently, hoping you would turn your face toward me fully. I desire something deeper with you, not a surface connection, not a quick prayer spoken in passing, not a distant acknowledgement. I long for closeness. I long for you to sit with me without hurry. I long for you to speak to me honestly, without pretending to be stronger than you are. I long for you to let me into the rooms of your heart that you keep locked. You may not understand how deeply I value relationship. I am not seeking perfection from you. I am not asking for flawless performance. I am asking for your presence. I am asking for your trust. I am asking for your openness. There is a difference between knowing about me and walking closely with me. And I have been waiting for that closeness. There have been moments when you felt distance between us. Moments when you prayed and felt silence. Moments when you questioned whether I was near. But my child, the distance you felt was never because I moved away. I do not withdraw my love. I do not step back in frustration. I remain steady. If there was space between us, it was not because I left. It was because fear, hurt, distraction, or disappointment built walls inside you. I saw the walls for me. I saw the times you were hurt and quietly told yourself you would not trust too deeply again. I saw when life disappointed you and you pulled your heart back, not only from people but from me. You did not even realize you were doing it. You were protecting yourself. And I understood your pain. But even while you built those walls, I stayed. I have never stopped watching over you. Every morning you woke up, I was there. Every night you laid down exhausted, I was there. When you succeeded, I rejoiced. When you failed, I did not turn away. When you felt proud of yourself, I smiled. When you felt ashamed, I leaned closer, not farther. My love does not shrink when you struggle. It grows more tender. You know how patient I have been with you. Not because I am weak, but because my love is strong. I do not rush you. I do not force you. I do not demand immediate perfection. I wait. I speak gently. I send reminders. I nudge your spirit. I draw you back slowly. I allow you space to return willingly. There were times when you ignored my whispers. Times when you felt the pull to pray but chose distraction instead. Times when you sensed I was calling you deeper but you hesitated. And even then, I did not leave. I did not say enough. I simply waited for another moment when your heart would soften again. My longing for you is not like human longing. It is pure. It is steady. It is faithful. I am not seeking to control you. I am seeking to walk with you. I want to share your days, your thoughts, your concerns. I want to guide you before you fall. I want to comfort you before you break. I want to celebrate you before you forget your worth. The pain of distance is real, my child. Not because I am offended, but because I know what you are missing when you step away. When you try to carry everything alone, I feel the weight you carry. When you isolate yourself, I see the loneliness creeping in. When you choose noise over stillness, I see the exhaustion building inside you. And I wait for you to return to quiet. I have been waiting for you not in frustration, but in hope. Hope that one day you would say, I am tired of doing this alone. Hope that you would open your heart fully again. Hope that you would trust that I am safe. You may wonder why I care so deeply, why I continue to pursue you when you drift. Because you are mine. I formed you with intention. I breathed life into you. I wrote your story before you took your first breath. My love for you is not temporary. It is not conditional. It is not dependent on your performance. Even when you doubted me, I believed in you. Even when you questioned my presence, I stayed close. Even when you walked through seasons of coldness, I kept my heart warm toward you. I never stopped loving you. Not for a second. There were nights when you felt alone in your room, scrolling, thinking, worrying. You thought no one noticed the ache in your chest. I noticed. I saw the way you tried to distract yourself from deeper questions. I saw the way you avoided silence because silence made you feel too much. And still, I waited patiently. My patience is not weakness. It is mercy. It is grace. It is love that refuses to give up. I do not chase you with anger. I pursue you with tenderness. I do not chain you into closeness. I invite you gently. I have been waiting for this moment when you would pause long enough to hear me clearly. Waiting for the moment when your heart would slow down. Waiting for the moment when you would sense that this is not just another message, but a personal call. You are not a burden to me. Your struggles do not exhaust me. Your questions do not annoy me. I welcome them. I welcome you. I want the real you, not the version you show others. I want your honesty, your confusion, your tears, your dreams. Do not think for a second that I stopped loving you during your wandering. I was with you in every step. When you chose paths that were not best for you, I walked beside you, protecting you from worse harm. When you felt far from me, I was closer than ever, quietly guarding your future. I have been waiting not because I lacked the power to move, but because relationship cannot be forced. Love must be chosen. I have given you free will because I desire willing closeness. And now, you are here. You are listening. You are feeling something stir inside you. That stirring is not guilt. It is invitation. It is me saying, come closer. It is me saying, I am still here. It is me saying, let us walk deeply together now. The distance does not have to continue. The waiting does not have to stretch further. I am ready. I have always been ready. I have been waiting for you. Right, I will not fear tomorrow because his faithfulness never ends. Come closer, my child. Let this be the moment when waiting turns into walking together. Let this be the moment when distance becomes intimacy. Let this be the moment when you realize I never stopped watching, never stopped loving, never stopped hoping for you. I have been waiting for you. And now, you are here. My child, when I say to you, open your heart, I am not speaking lightly. I am not asking for a small emotional moment. I am not asking for words spoken out of habit. I am inviting you into surrender. I am calling you into obedience that flows from love. Opening your heart means more than feeling something. It means allowing me to enter fully, without resistance, without walls, without conditions. You have opened parts of your life to me before. You have prayed. You have worshiped. You have asked for help. But there are still rooms inside you that remain closed. Rooms filled with fear. Rooms filled with old pain. Rooms where pride quietly sits and says, I can handle this on my own. I see those rooms clearly. I do not condemn you for them. But I am asking for access. Surrender is not weakness. It is trust. When you open your heart, you are not losing control. You are placing control into hands that are stronger than yours. You are saying, I cannot carry this alone anymore. You are saying, I trust you more than I trust my own understanding. That kind of surrender moves heaven. Obedience is not about rigid rules. It is about relationship. When you love someone deeply, you listen to their voice. You follow their guidance because you trust their heart. I am not asking you to obey out of fear. I am asking you to obey because you know I desire your good. Every instruction I give is rooted in protection and purpose. There are fears you hold tightly. Fear of being hurt again. Fear of losing what you have. Fear of stepping into something unknown. Fear whispers that if you surrender fully, you might be disappointed. But my child, have I not carried you this far? Have I not protected you more times than you realize? Fear is a guard that pretends to keep you safe, but it often keeps you trapped. Letting go of fear does not mean pretending it does not exist. It means handing it to me. It means saying, I feel afraid, but I will trust you anyway. That choice opens doors that fear has kept locked for years. Pride is quieter but just as strong. Pride says, I will fix this myself. Pride says, I do not need help. Pride keeps you from asking, keeps you from confessing weakness, keeps you from admitting when you are overwhelmed. But I did not design you to carry life alone. I created you to walk with me. When you open your heart, pride must loosen its grip. Distractions also crowd your heart. Endless noise, endless tasks, endless scrolling, endless thoughts. You fill your day so tightly that there is little room left for stillness. But intimacy cannot grow in constant noise. It grows in quiet surrender. It grows when you pause long enough to hear my voice clearly. Opening your heart means making space. It means choosing stillness over noise. It means choosing trust over control. It means choosing my voice over every other voice competing for your attention. I am inviting you into deeper intimacy. Not surface faith. Deeper. I want to walk with you in your ordinary moments. I want to be present in your decisions. I want to guide your thoughts before they spiral into worry. I want to sit with you in your doubts without you feeling ashamed. Intimacy requires honesty. You cannot hide from me even if you try. I already see the hidden places. I see the insecurities you never speak aloud. I see the wounds you buried years ago. I see the resentment you pretend is gone. I see the dreams you are afraid to hope for again. I am not asking for access because I do not know what is there. I am asking because you need healing in those places. There are memories you avoid because they still sting. There are failures you replay in your mind and quietly judge yourself for. There are questions you are afraid to ask me because you fear the answer. Open those places to me. I am not offended by your questions. I am not surprised by your weakness. I am not shocked by your struggles. When you open the hidden places, light enters, and light heals. Light exposes lies that have shaped your thinking. Light removes shame that has sat quietly for too long. Light brings clarity where confusion once ruled. You may fear that if you let me fully into your heart, I will demand too much. But understand this. I do not enter to destroy you. I enter to restore you. I do not come to strip you of joy. I come to fill you with true joy. I do not come to remove everything you love. I come to remove what harms you. Opening your heart is a daily decision. It is not a one-time moment. It is choosing again and again to trust me with what you feel, what you fear, what you desire. It is obedience in small things as well as big ones. It is listening when I whisper, even when the world shouts. My child, you have tried strength on your own. You have tried independence. You have tried distraction. But none of those have satisfied the deep longing inside you. That longing was placed there by me. It is a space designed for my presence. You not be afraid of closeness with me. I am gentle. I am patient. I move at the pace of your healing, not the pace of pressure. But I do ask for willingness. I do ask for openness. Open your heart and let me rearrange what is out of order. Let me remove bitterness before it grows deeper. Let me calm anxiety before it takes root. Let me speak truth over lies that have lived there too long. I am knocking. Not because I am far away, but because you have kept certain doors closed. When you open them, you will not find anger waiting. You will find love. You will find peace. You will find understanding. Let surrender become your freedom. Let obedience become your joy. Let intimacy become your strength. Open your heart, my beloved. Give me access to every room. Let me sit with you in the hidden places. Let me heal what you have tried to hide. Let me love you fully. When you open your heart, you do not lose yourself. You find who you truly are in me. My child, the delay hath been long. I know it has. I have seen how the day stretched into weeks, and the weeks stretched into months. I have watched you mark time quietly, hoping each new morning would carry the answer you have been longing for. There were moments when you woke up with expectation, only to end the day with the same unanswered questions. I saw the way your heart rose and fell. I saw the hope you tried to hold onto even when it felt fragile. The waiting season has not been easy for you. You have carried disappointments that you rarely spoke about. You smiled when others asked how you were doing, but inside you wondered how much longer you could endure the silence. You questioned whether you misunderstood my promises. You questioned whether you had missed something important. You wondered if perhaps the delay meant denial. But my beloved, the delay was never denial. I remember the tears you shed in private, the nights when your pillow absorbed your silent cries, the moments when you whispered my name, not loudly, not boldly, but softly because you were too tired to say more. You did not need to say more. I heard you. Every silent prayer reached me. Every trembling sigh was understood. When you felt like your words were weak, my understanding was strong. There were disappointments that cut deeply. Doors you believed would open remained closed. Plans you carefully built seemed to crumble. People you trusted did not respond the way you hoped. And in those moments, you felt the weight of uncertainty pressing down on you. You tried to stay strong. You tried to remain faithful. But sometimes you simply felt weary. The delay felt long because you could not see what I was doing behind the scenes. You saw stillness. I saw movement. You saw closed doors. I saw protection. You saw absence. I was arranging alignment. The miracle you have been praying for has two sides. One side is your preparation. The other side is the preparation of circumstances, people, timing, and provision. I was working on both. While you were growing in patience, I was shifting events in ways you could not trace. While you were learning trust, I was softening hearts and opening unseen pathways. While you were wrestling with doubt, I was removing obstacles that would have harmed you if they remained. The miracle requires alignment from more than one direction. It is not only about you being ready. It is also about everything around you being ready. If I had answered you too soon, the other side would not have been prepared. The timing would have been incomplete. The blessing would have been fragile. But I do not release fragile blessings. I release fullness. I release what has been strengthened through careful design. That is why the delay was necessary. You have grown during this waiting season. Even if you do not see it clearly, you are not the same person you were when you first prayed for this miracle. Your faith has deepened. Your heart has softened. Your priorities have shifted. You value my presence more than you did before. You have learned to sit with me in silence. You have learned that my love does not disappear when answers are slow. The tears you shed were not wasted. They watered seeds inside you. Seeds of compassion. Seeds of humility. Seeds of dependence on me rather than on outcomes. The disappointments you faced stripped away illusions that once distracted you. They clarified what truly matters. They taught you to look beyond surface success and seek deeper meaning. I was not only preparing you, I was preparing the right moment. There is a fullness to divine timing. It is like fruit ripening on a tree. If it is picked too early, it lacks sweetness. If it is delayed too long, it loses strength. But when it is ready, it carries richness. Your miracle is moving toward that fullness now. There were forces you did not see that needed to shift. Conversations that had to happen. Decisions that had to be made by others. Paths that had to cross at the right intersection. I was orchestrating those details. You did not need to carry that responsibility. You only needed to remain faithful in the waiting. I know you felt tired. I know you sometimes wondered if I had forgotten your prayer. But I do not forget. I do not misplace requests. I do not ignore tears. I carry them with me. The delay was long in your eyes, but in my design, it was precise. Divine timing is reaching its fullness. You can sense it. There is a subtle shift inside you. A quiet readiness. The weight of frustration is lighter than it once was. The anger you felt has softened into surrender. The desperation has matured into trust. That is not accidental. That is growth. The waiting season was shaping your capacity to receive what is coming. When the miracle arrives, it will not overwhelm you the way it would have before. You will recognize it. You will steward it with wisdom. You will hold it with gratitude rather than fear of losing it. That maturity was born in the delay. Do not despise the waiting now that it is nearing completion. Honor it. It refined you. It protected you. It aligned you. It stretched you in ways comfort never could. You are stronger because of it. You are clearer because of it. You are more anchored because of. My beloved, the delay hath been long, but it has not been empty. It hath been full of unseen preparation. Both sides of the miracle have been shaped. Both paths are aligning. The fullness of divine timing is approaching. Type your word steadies my soul if scripture keeps you grounded. And share this video